Hello, I'm Mike and welcome to my flat.
Alright. Oh, come on!
We are Barry, Ben, Jamie and Mike, the guys from Sorted Food. When it comes to cooking, everyone likes different things. So today, join us in one of our homes to see what we love to eat and why. Get ready, because we're making it personal.
One of the requirements for building muscle is to eat a lot of protein. Now, I find the only way I can do this is by having protein bars or shakes between meals. Now, protein bars are really expensive and I find them sickly. So we've come up with an amazing alternative.
Which is our own homemade versions. They're not too sickly, they're not nearly as expensive, still do all the right things, and they're so simple to make. To start with, we need to melt down some good quality chocolate. Now this is 85% cocoa.
That is decent.
So it hasn't got all the extra added fat in there, but amazing flavour. It's quite bitter.
It is carbohydrates, but it adds really important flavour and it's not many, so it's all right.
And next onto the bar itself, and that starts with ground almonds. So all those can go into the bowl, along with porridge oats, so a slow release of energy as well, but this is essentially the body to our bars.
What you need, if you're going to have one of these for breakfast, it's slow carbohydrates, they're low GI index, oats are great.
You're not really a very morning person, are you?
No, I'm certainly not.
So it's 6:30 in the morning. I'm supposed to be getting up to go to the gym. I'm gonna go tomorrow.
More dry ingredients, and this is whey protein.
Yep.
Okay, so that's all going to go in there as well. Now for the flavour. Okay, so we've added the unflavoured stuff in there. Now we've got all sorts of crunch and textures.
Pumpkin seeds, high in zinc, and we've got some sesame seeds there. Good texture. I like the flavour of sesame seeds actually, I absolutely love them.
Yeah, texture, flavour and colour. Notice there's pecans and pumpkins. They're different colours, different textures. They do different jobs, but they're all good in some way or other. Next up, the final dry ingredient is sugar. Not a lot, but literally like a heaped tablespoon.
Now that might look a lot to you here, but bear in mind we're making 8 bars. So, you know,
Not
that's
even a
hardly
pinch
any
of sugar. So mix all the dry ingredients up and then in with the wet. The first of which is big flavour as well, peanut butter.
Yeah, I was absolutely over the moon when we were able to use peanut butter. Used to eat out of the pot.
You still do. He edits fridge cam in the office with one hand and eats peanut butter out of a jar in the other.
And do you know why? This is why these protein bars are going to solve a lot of problems because, you know, that's really high in fat, peanut butter, and it's unhealthy for me to eat that amount. However, it's got such good protein that I find it's too easy not to do. So these protein bars are going to solve that problem and probably
Control the amount of
put
peanut butter.
10 years on my life.
Control the amount of peanut butter you eat.
Yeah.
Actually, you're just a fan of nuts in general, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. I've got nuts all over the house, so I remember to eat them.
It's not joking. Next up, a couple of shots of coconut oil.
You know some good facts about coconut oil, don't you?
So I've been told, great for mineral absorption. So all those minerals things you put in with the nuts, all the zinc and stuff like that, this is going to help them be absorbed. And, one for you, helps protect the liver against alcohol poisoning. With your penchant for whiskey, I think that's... I told you these are personal to you, Mike, these
I drink
recipes.
sensibly and healthily in moderation.
A little bit of vanilla, more flavour, nothing synthesised. It's a nice vanilla extract, not essence. And finally, milk. And this is where it will start to get really sticky, but the whole lot goes in.
Okay, go for it, mate.
And then you just need to squelch it together until you get one dough. And it should be a bit like Play-Doh,
Yeah,
or
it
like a pastry. When you roll out like a short crust pastry.
Yep.
Just a little bit tacky, but still malleable. Almost be able to roll it.
Right, this is sticky.
It is sticky.
Hey, I've suddenly acquired...
I might have brought this with me to Mike's
Silicon
flat.
bakeware.
Mike doesn't have silicon bakeware in his flat. I brought that with me, but it's really easy for making this in because it's easier sort of getting out once they've set up. So push that in, push it into all the corners. And
Okay,
for the final
I'm
bit,
done.
if you've got really sticky fingers, just a clean wet hand. And already that looks good. Last thing is our chocolate, and just dribble that all the way over the top. Spread it right to the edges, and your job done. You just let the whole thing set up. There we go, they've had a couple of hours to set up in the fridge. We've sliced them into 8, which you said you wanted, quite chunky.
You need a lot of protein in each bar, so yeah, definitely, I'm behind that.
Perfect, so there we go, our version of protein bars. Not too sickly, definitely not too expensive, hopefully damn tasty. Sorted. I've said they taste good, now you've got to prove it.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. The thing I like about those, they don't overwhelm you with sweetness. There's no caramel, there's no sugariness. There is just the dark chocolate. They're perfect.
Which is exactly the idea. Very, very personal to you. You asked for them, we delivered.
You sure did.
What we want to know now is, what would you guys consider your most personal food, the thing that's most suitable to you? Comment below and perhaps we can get on to making it.